Orlando Bloom breaks his silence on Johnny Depp's return to Pirates of the Caribbean. We got the clip. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. It's a question many have asked. Should and would Johnny Depp come back to Pirates of the Caribbean? Well, Orlando Bloom was asked at the Fan Expo in Chicago to talk about Pirates. Would he come back? Johnny Depp working with Johnny. It's a pretty great clip here that reveals some maybe insight here. I want to go through what Orlando said. I also want to go back and revisit what Jerry Bruckheimer, the producer, had said, because he had spoke to Johnny Depp and talked about why he thinks he would actually do it. For those of you who don't remember, Johnny Depp notoriously said back in the way day, what was it, 200 million? He wouldn't take it for 200 million and 200 million alpacas. That's how much he was betrayed by Disney at the time. But time has a way of healing wounds. Johnny's now working again. He's doing a new film called Day Drinker with Penelope Cruz for Lionsgate. It's awesome to see him back at work. I can't wait to see him he's directing his own film as well. He's got a lot of stuff coming. So I'm excited to see the resurgence of Johnny back in the theaters. Do we want him back for Pirates? Let's see would Orlando come back to Pirates? And apologies, the audio is not great, but I turned on subtitles, so hopefully you can hear him better. Here it is.
Disney called tomorrow and said, we got one more adventure that we want to tell with Will Turner. What would you say? And is there anything left for you that you would want to explore with the character?
I mean, listen, of course, I think, it's I feel like what we got to do at the time that we got to make those movies, and Rings as well, is they stand the test of time in a way, because they're specific to an era of filmmaking. And of course, who wouldn't do that? If the script's amazing, I think the thing that they probably want to try and do, and they're thinking of doing, is how to do it. Do you bring in a female leading character that replicates Jack in some way?
Which they did try to do. Margot Robbie was apparently on board to try to do this sort of female Pirates of the Caribbean, which nobody seems to really actually want. No disrespect to Margot Robbie, but it's make a new Pirates movie. That has nothing to do with Jack Sparrow and Pirates of the Caribbean. If you're going to bring back Pirates of the Caribbean, that's not what the fans seem to want. And Orlando's about to say that.
Or do you, I think that the jury's out on how to do it again. But if it was great, it's always, everything is in the writing, right? Everything is on the page, and I think there's definitely, I'm sure there's a way to create something. I would personally love to see everybody back. I think the way to win on that one is to get everybody back, if they can, and if everybody wanted to get back, I think that would be,
Notice even the crowd is finally agreeing. They weren't clapping at the female-led one.
That would be a cool thing for the audiences, because I think there's a lot of people enjoy the nostalgia of those movies today, right? I think when you see movies performing in the theaters now, obviously Marvel has dominated that space, which is great. Personally, I want every movie to win, because we want everyone to keep getting to play in the sandbox, and if you guys come out and see movies and the ticket sales work, then you can still make them, right? But so I think my thing is, if the script was great, and ideally it was everybody, it'd be kind of like in for a penny, in for a pound, That would be cool. But yeah, as yet I've not seen anything or heard, so we'll see.
So we'll see, but he's in, but he wants everybody there. Everybody's back. I'm there. Now, Keira Knightley has previously said she was done. She called the movies torture to do, so they are. These big blockbusters are really tough. And as I previously told you, Johnny notoriously wants the 200 million alpacas, wouldn't do it. But time has a way, as we've said. Would he and should he come back is the question. Is this a good move for him? I've always thought this would be the best revenge, to be able to come back and have Disney sort of apologize in a way and bring him back to that world would be amazing. But as Depp has pointed out, and he's right, the amount of betrayal that was there, it's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. there was a deep and distinct sense of feeling betrayed by the people that I worked hard for, people that I delivered a character to that they initially despised, but I stuck to my guns with the character and it seemed to work. It did. They made a ton of money off of Johnny Depp and Jack Sparrow. Jack Sparrow became he was Pirates of the Caribbean. No disrespect to Will Turner and Elizabeth Swann, but this movie was always about Johnny Depp, and he definitely outshined, and that's why it was an ensemble, of course, no disrespect, but Jack Sparrow made it the IP in the trilogy, or I guess quadrilogy. What's 5 movies? It made that what it is. So yeah, even with it was 300 million and a million alpacas, he still wouldn't do it. Now, do you think he would change his mind? Should he change his mind? Now, Orlando was also asked about Johnny, because while he didn't sort of mention Johnny there, he does mention Johnny here. They're talking about Gore Verbinski, the director, who I think also should come back if they're going to do it right.
Super bold, really threw everything at it. Obviously, Johnny was doing Johnny's remarkable rendition of Captain Jack. I was initially kind of worried, actually, because when I read the script, Will was very heroic in his dynamic with, Elizabeth and stuff, and the way that Johnny was written was sort of like a heroic sort of pirate too. And I was like, how's this going to work? Because I kind of get the girl, this stuff, but of course then Johnny came in and crushed it with this whole Jack Sparrow. And I was on a plane with Jerry and one time flying to a location, and I was like, God, I really want to imitate him with the arms at the end. So I got that, which was cool. But I think, Pirates was a very different animal, completely different.
Johnny was remarkable. There's a couple of he just savvy in terms of being
to some degree. Johnny is just a remarkable talent.
It's just nice to see people now finally not afraid to say that. The reason I spotlight that is because for a period there, people were terrified to even bring up Johnny. They were just worried he's career poison now. I can't have anything to do with it. I knew a celebrity contact filmmaker who, just completely sort of seemingly ghosted. And I even reached out to try to hey, you want to come defend Johnny? Crickets during the time. Thankfully, then Johnny won and everything has happened the way it is, and Johnny's slowly coming back. But would Johnny do it? The only sign we have so far is this quote from Jerry Bruckheimer, who says he has spoken to Johnny about returning to Pirates, and he does think he would do it, with one caveat, and it's not alpacas. He says that Depp is open to the possibility of reprising the role. If he likes the way the part's written, I think he would do it. It's all about what's on the page, as we all know. Yeah, I think ultimately it is what it is. Previously, he said, yes, they are rebooting it, but if it was up for me, he would be in it, as in Johnny. I love him. He's a good friend. He's an amazing artist, and he's a unique look. He created Jack Sparrow. That was not on the page. That was him doing a little Pepe Le Pew and Keith Richards. That was his interpretation of Jack Sparrow. Bruckheimer says, though, they're still not having a locked script yet. We want to make it. We're working on a screenplay. We just got to get the right screenplay. We haven't gotten there yet, but we're close. And then they talked about cracking one a while back, but that's where Pirates currently lands. There's no talk. And I've reached out and tried to get some sources of my own, and it does sound like there's nothing on deck to happen anytime soon. But does that mean they're not trying to, figure out a way to make a deal? It sounds like it's open. It sounds like everybody's kind of open, unclear about Keira Knightley. But I think if everybody else came back and the script was good, those are big ifs. I think that could return the right to them. And I think at this point, hopefully time heals wounds, and hopefully Disney's, I just think, I know he hates Disney and I get it, but to be able to come back and take a big paycheck from Disney and have that, again, I'm back, would speak so much to his return and just sort of back to normal, that for me, that seems worth it. But obviously I can't imagine what Johnny's feeling or what he'd want to do. What do you guys think? Do you think it would be an ultimate revenge, win to see him back playing Jack Sparrow after all, thinking that he would never be able to do it in Disney's betrayals? Or should you tell him to go pound sand? I want to hear your thoughts down in the comments down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. Hit the bell for all alerts. Smash that thumbs up as well. Speaking of rumbles, is there rumbles on the set of the new Avengers movie with Ryan Reynolds? We're going to talk about that rumor and much more today during our live, so make sure not to miss it. We'll be live later today around 4 p.m. Hope to see you guys there. Thanks so much for watching here on Popcorn Planet.